So if you want to make money in 2022, here's the game plan. You should do engineering. If you do engineering, then your life is set. Okay, so this is sarcasm and this is the word of the day today. Please look up the meaning and tell me in the comment box what sarcasm means. On a serious note, you can make insane amount of money doing engineering. Engineers have changed the world. Deep respect for the profession. I think good engineers from good engineering colleges make a lot of money. Similarly, good CAs, good lawyers, good businessmen, everyone makes money. The point is excellence. It has got limited things to do with courses per se. But in case you are considering taking 5 courses or pursuing 5 degrees, I'll be speaking about that from a money-making perspective in 2022. Also, this video has no sponsors. You could consider my company, Wisdom Hatch, to be the sponsor of this video. So that way you will hopefully believe and engage in an analytical argument with me as to what courses we should be seriously considering in case we want to make good amount of money in 2022. So let us get the discussion started. First course and number 1 course in my opinion still remains an MBA or a Master's in Business Administration. Now, so many people have reached out to me. They have expressed that, you know what, Akshat, MBA is losing its sheen. It is losing its value. People like Jeff Bezos, people like Elon Musk, they all criticize MBA. Agree, I'm not denying it. But here are some important points to know about pursuing an MBA in 2022. So first and foremost, MBA is a branding thing. So branding thing simply means that it creates a very good brand. It gives you a network. It creates a pull factor on your profile. So whenever you are sending your resume, if you have a good MBA degree from a prestigious college, it indicates that, you know what, let us call this person for an interview. Why does that happen? Or why does that shortlisting happens? Because you have created a pull factor on your profile. That is the number 1 thing that you must remember about an MBA, that if you go to a good MBA college, it creates a massive pull factor on your profile. This is not too different from going to top IITs in India or top liberal arts colleges in India. So consider this, that an MBA serves primarily 2 purposes. So first purpose is the pull factor that I was speaking about earlier. This pull factor is only generated if you are going to a top tier MBA program. Second thing is that people pursue an MBA from a knowledge point of view. Now, unfortunately, MBA is such an expensive degree that if you end up going to an average or a below average college, all that knowledge you can anyways get on the internet. So for example, I learned a lot about management consulting, strategy consulting, business analysis. I run a course which is literally exists at a fraction of a price what an MBA would cost. Similarly, there are a bunch of other good courses that you can take from the internet. Now, if you say that I want to gain MBA level knowledge for free, can I do it on the internet? Yes, you can do it on the internet. You don't even need to take my courses for it. My courses are slightly more for advanced audience who want to get into management consulting and get MBA-like jobs. So that is the utility of it. If you're just simply looking for knowledge, then keep on watching my videos. You can learn a lot of stuff for free also. So here is me being 100% honest with you and crushing my own courses. Now comes the third point that, hey, what is the value of an MBA? All these rich people, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, they keep on saying that MBA is pretty much useless. Is that really the case in 2022? The answer is no. If you go and check the recruitment website of Amazon, Tesla, they all hire MBAs. They do one thing publicly and end up doing completely opposite things when it comes to the actual recruitment. Another related point here is that if you go and visit McKinsey's website, just type out McKinsey Partner India. So you will get a list of all the partners, associate partners at McKinsey, which is a fairly high post. And look at how many of them have an MBA. I can guarantee that almost 80 to 90% of people making partner at McKinsey would have an MBA. So that kind of portrays the fact that if you have an MBA right now from our top college, it is still very much valuable. MBA has not lost its sheen. It is a very, very relevant degree. MBA has applicability both in the corporate world, if you want to become a management consultant, if you want to become an investment banker, if you want to work in product management, MBA definitely helps. On the flip side, MBA also helps if you want to do something slightly more entrepreneurial. For example, I ended up starting my own ventures. Now I can go to INSEAD and INSEAD has a alumni seed fund. So I will be able to get access to some money through that in case my idea is good. Plus, the network is very beneficial. Of course, when you are from INSEAD or any other top business school in the world, it allows you to reach out to a lot of people for help, and that help can be of massive value. Again, to give an example from my own courses, so the management consulting course that I run on Wisdom Hatch, I'm doing it with Luis Fonseca, who is ex-McKinsey. So he became my friend during my time at INSEAD. So that network really helps me out even till this date. So this is career path number 1. So I would say that if you are getting an admit to a top MBA college, you should seriously consider doing it. Yes, I understand that MBA can be very expensive. Many a times you might have to undertake debt. I am an advocate of not taking too much debt. But if the opportunity presents itself, then still taking a debt on education still makes a lot of sense. Why? Because the exponential growth is there. There are only very, very few things in life which can give you exponential growth, education being one. Or at least, let me qualify that statement, that education loan is sensible if you are going to top universities or top programs. Do not take education loan and get into too much loan to go to average colleges. That will not help. But as long as you are taking an educational loan for a topmost college, it still makes sense. I'm still yet to meet anyone who has graduated from, let's say, top 5-7 program in the world and they are struggling to find jobs or are struggling financially in their life. I'm being really, really honest and upfront with you. So with that said, let us move on to career path number 2, which is blockchain development. I'm super bullish about this industry. I'm talking blockchain. I'm not talking cryptos per se. So please don't start a fight in the comment section. So blockchain development is a very exciting field. There is a lot of money that you can make. Right now, blockchain developers are being paid in excess of 50 lakh rupees per year, which is a very good salary for a youngster. Now the obvious question comes that, hey, Akshat, can you quickly explain what blockchain development is? So, okay, let me quickly explain that. So blockchain development simply means that you are trying to create architecture which is secure, it is easy to transact, transfer, good UI UX, good smart contract management, good cryptography. In case you don't understand these words, please do not worry. Please read a little bit about blockchain development or I will make a separate video on this topic. But to cut the long story short, blockchain development is a fascinating space. You get to work in smart contracts, designing architecture, security protocols for different blockchain networks that are already there, or they are trying to expand upon their functionalities, or new companies that deal with smart contracts or are looking to develop their native blockchain or take advantage of existing blockchains. So that is the work of a blockchain developer. So net, you need to be good or at least develop your understanding on the following points. Point number 1, you must be good at programming. Learn languages like Rust. Be very good at fundamental programming. All these things will help you become a blockchain developer. That's 1. 2, learn about cryptocurrencies and smart contracts. Because if you don't understand the finance part of cryptocurrencies or if you don't have any understanding of smart contract, it will be very difficult for you to pick up this lingo while working on any blockchain development project. Last point that I will say here is that blockchain development space is changing very, very quickly. For example, even a very mature protocol like Bitcoin, it is trying to develop its layer 2 and layer 3 scaling solutions. In case you don't understand what layer 2, layer 3 is, please don't worry about it. I'll make a separate video on it. But even in Bitcoin, the layer 2, layer 3 solutions are being built and acted upon. And this is a very fast growing space. For example, Jack Dorsey has launched a Cash App, which is an add-on on layer 3 scaling solution for Bitcoin. So the point that I'm trying to drive home is fairly simple, that a lot of people right now believe that, at Bitcoin, all cryptocurrencies are just like one coin. That's it. No, please study it from a blockchain development space. You will be able to build an amazing career in this space in case you are interested, because so much money is flowing into this space right now. Now, the third course that I would recommend you taking or learning more about is data visualization or storytelling. This is very, very important. Data-backed stories are very, very powerful. Even through my videos, majority of my videos, I try to tell stories by using numbers or data. This is called as using data to tell stories, and you need to apply concepts around storytelling, how to aggregate data, how to refine, filter data, how to put it in a story structure format. This is the same stuff that you would do in management consulting also. This is the same stuff you will do in venture capital also. This is the same stuff that you will do in investment banking also. This is the same stuff you will do in marketing presentations also. So visualizing data, understanding what data to use versus not, and how to weave that into a story is very, very powerful. Can I recommend you some course? The answer is no. I learned it while working at top tier consulting firms. So we used to have storytelling workshops, but I would recommend you to learn some of the powerful storytelling techniques. That's a very, very interesting aspect. If you want, I'll make a separate video on that topic. It is an interesting area these days because there are so many career paths that have opened up due to visual storytelling. For example, think about it this way, that YouTubers tell like visual stories. You have Instagrammers, they are also doing the same. If you're a videographer, you are also doing the same. If you're a filmmaker, you are doing the same. If you're a consultant or an investment banker, VC, for all of them, telling data-based stories are super powerful. So if you are good at this skill, you will become automatically really, really good in terms of giving presentations, and that can prove to be a game changer for you. Some related skills associated with database storytelling is that your public speaking skills should be good. So an associated course to be taken should be public speaking. Second, you must be good at analytical and critical thinking skills. Third building block would be understanding market research oriented skills. So you must be able to study the market or at least be able to scout for relevant data on the internet. So basically your Googling skills need to get better. Now the fourth course that I would recommend taking is a course on entrepreneurship. Almost all of us should at least take a course on entrepreneurship. The reason there is fairly simple, that we live in a highly uncertain world. If you have a job, even if that job is going well, there is no guarantee that you will be able to continue with that job given all the volatile situation that exists. So if for some reason you get fired from your job, then you will start thinking about that, you know what, let me start my business. And if you have no business skill, if you have no entrepreneurship skill, if you don't know how to build a business, then you might feel very lost. You would say that, okay, I am in a corporate job. I learned so many techniques, so many good things. Why can't I develop entrepreneurial skills while working at my corporate job? Not easy. In fact, I have spoken with so many senior people in the corporate space. They have a very difficult time transitioning from corporate to entrepreneurship. I do a lot of training with corporates. I teach them and talk to them about both corporate skills, entrepreneurial skills, and how to develop entrepreneurial skills while being in the corporate world. That is where the world is moving towards. So it's extremely important for you to develop some kind of entrepreneurial skill set. Very important related point here is that when you are in a job, for example, if you're a product manager or if you're working with some fintech company or if you're working at a bank, the point is that you get engrossed in your vertical. If you're doing accounting, you would only look at one part of the entire equation and the work related to accounting, and you will get stuck in that. So what is happening here is that you are only building depth. You are not building the breadth or the width part of it. This is very important in entrepreneurship, that as an entrepreneur, you need to build this entire T. You need to know a series of different things and also have a deep expertise on a particular subject matter. This is the difference between being in corporate vis-a-vis being an entrepreneur and trying to run your own business. Meet any entrepreneur, they read a lot, they consume data all day long, they try to learn a lot of different things. So that's the point about them, and this is a change that you will need to bring. So whichever course you can learn new things from, try a variety of different courses. An entrepreneurship course can't teach you everything. So the idea would be to pick and choose a series of different courses that can help you build entrepreneurial skills. And of course, as an entrepreneur, if you run a successful business, then the amount of money that you can make, it is quite a lot. So with that said, let us talk about the final career path, and which is one of my favorite career paths, which is writing. And this is one of the courses that you should definitely take. Now, why am I such a strong proponent of writing? A, it is a dying skill. Not many people know how to write. These days, almost the entire youth is migrating towards 1 minute TikTok dancing and 1 minute Instagram dancing. Great, awesome. Those are good things to do as well. But what that also means is that the craze towards writing or becoming a good writer is going down. That is a massive opportunity, because going forward, let's say 5, 10, 15 years, people will be very good at data visualization, database storytelling, this, that, but they will not be good writers. And there will always be mediums where people would like to consume stuff in writing. That's point one. Point two, I am someone who has made more than $1 million writing stuff. In fact, I used to be a speechwriter for a politician. I have helped candidates write their essays, which have gotten admitted to like Harvard, Stanford, bunch of other different schools. I am writing my own series of books. So writing is one thing that is very dear to my heart. And if you truly ask me, I started my content generation career on LinkedIn. So that is where I have written the most stuff. In case you're not following me on LinkedIn or Twitter, do follow it. I do try to present really insightful information. You will get to learn a lot. But please learn the art of writing. It looks very counterintuitive that, you know what, writing is dying. No, you would always need good writers. Good writers are very few. In fact, these days, if you become an excellent blog writer, if you can do ghost writing, if you can do any form of writing, you are getting paid a lot of money also. Simply because there is not enough supply of people who have good writing skills. Can I recommend a course? The answer is no, I unfortunately cannot. You need to scout the internet for that. But if there is a book that I would recommend you to read, it is called as the Pyramid Principle. Please go and read it. It's a super boring book, but it talks about how to write effectively. So probably that could be a good starting point. Now, in conclusion, irrespective of whatever courses you are doing, you can make insane amount of money in all these 5 specific courses that I spoke about, only and only if you work on that skill, you improve on that skill, and you get into that top 5 percentile, because that is where the magic happens. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please share it with your friends and I will see you tomorrow.